Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I am not super excited for today's video, but I know this is something I need to get done. I'm excited to see you guys. I'm not excited to work in my basement. If you guys know me, then you know that this is probably the most overwhelming part of my job. I have often thought about it like this. I wish I had an assistant at times, because I think that if I could just source and film and list things, that I would be golden. I feel like that would be totally fine. The parts of my reselling business that stress me out, that overwhelm me at times, are the pieces where I am down in my basement surrounded by piles of clothing and either taking pictures, getting ready to take pictures, or putting things away. And sometimes, sending things out. Also, I could do without having to do myself. But I'm a one-woman show. I'm doing it all. We're doing every part of it by myself. I'm not at the point yet where I can afford to really hire someone, although maybe that would be worth it for me. So I am down here in my basement today. You can see my inventory behind me. I'm going to talk a little bit about my inventory system as well and what I do to keep myself organized. But we have this giant pile of things that I have thrifted lately, and I have this system for down here in my Poshmark area where I will first, before I do anything else, I will go thrifting. And then I will give a video. I'll do a haul of the pieces, and then they go into my photograph room where I will take pictures of the pieces. And then after they're photographed, I will bring them into my storage area. And once I list something, that is then when I put it away. So it's got quite a few steps along the way. So today we're going to be putting things away, which is why we're going to talk a little bit about my inventory system in general. But it should be a good video. If you have a task, maybe it's not even reselling related. Maybe you just have something that has been literally nagging you in the back of your mind and you don't want to do it. This is the invitation. Do it with me, because I definitely don't want to do this right now either. So let's work together. I've got my computer here, and for my inventory system, I'm going to show you what I do. It is probably not the most amazing way to do your inventory, but it definitely works and it's free, so I like that. So what I do is I have all of my items. I list on Poshmark before I cross list. So I pulled up my Poshmark and I've loaded up my entire closet. And then I have just a Google sheet, and that is how I keep track of where everything is in all of my bins behind me. I have all of these different shelves that I got from Target. They're part of the Bright Room collection, and I really like them. They're not cheap, but I did get them on sale. And then I have all these bins that are also from Target. And then each one is just labeled with a number. So it goes in order. They're just numbered. So each bin is almost full. So I do have to send some things out, and that will help make some room. But I do have some room for some extra bins up there. But what I do is I start with this giant pile. And since I'm the one listing and putting away, I know which things I have listed. So I will go and grab things. I know I have this Athleta swimsuit listed. I will grab that piece, and then I will grab an empty bin or somewhat empty bin, and I will Control F and search through my closet for the piece. I will grab the title of the item, and then I will go to my spreadsheet, and inside of whatever bin I'm in, I will have that whole section pulled up, and then I will just copy and paste in the name of the item into that bin, and then I'll put it in the bin. And that's pretty much how I do it. If you're not super tech savvy, that might sound confusing. If you are super tech savvy, you might be like, wow, that is way too easy. You should do something else. So yeah, it's kind of a happy medium, I think. So super easy. I'm going to put things away so that when I sell them, I don't have to dig through an entire mound of pieces to find things. I should be able to go into my spreadsheet, do a Control F, and be able to look up and see what bin the piece is in. And once I find a bin that the piece is in, it's super easy to get to the piece. So that is kind of the overview. But we're also going to talk today. I need to start working while we talk, right? That's the whole point of this. I need to work with you guys. What we're also going to talk about today is just sort of my feelings, and also just kind of talk a little bit about my feelings of being a little overwhelmed, because dang, if it is not the most overwhelming thing in the world for me to be putting things away, to see mounds of clothing. Since I just went to the bins, if you guys been watching my bins thrift with me videos, bins hauls, I love going to the bins. But it creates such a backlog for me of items that I have to put away and I have to take care of, because I'm thrifting, 200 items. So then those 200 items are things that I'm going to have to picture, put away, list, all of that. And they also are just sitting behind the camera right now. Like, there's so many pieces of clothing. And I am not super overwhelmed by clothing in general because this is my job. Like, I've been doing this. But it can be a lot. Right now, I feel like it's a lot. There's a lot going on. So yeah, maybe I do need to hire someone. I don't know. Maybe I just need to have my mom or somebody come out and visit and like just tackle this with me, you know? But yeah, so we're gonna start with this pile. I'm gonna literally just find a bin that I think I can fit things in, and then we're gonna put stuff away together. What do you say? And my sister is calling. Hey, Jen.
Hey, what's up? You busy?
I am currently filming a video.
Oh.
Yes. Would you like to say hi?
Hello.
Jen says hi, everybody. So I've been talking to you guys for like 20 minutes, and apparently my camera died and didn't record any of it. Love that for me today. So back to what I was talking about. So yeah, I'm feeling doubly overwhelmed, to be honest. But I think what has been hard is this is a really fun season. Christmas is so much fun and so nostalgic and just so like, it's so beautiful, and all I want to do is just like be able to treasure these moments. And we're gonna be with my family for Christmas, and we're gonna be with Jeremy's family for Christmas, and we're gonna have all this fun time. And what I'm thinking about right now, instead of all the good things that I'm going to be able to do during Christmas, is what to do about my closet while I'm gone. Like, we're gonna be driving 10 hours home to Indiana for Christmas, and I've got to decide if the amount of time that we're gone is enough that I have to put my closet on vacation hold, or if I can deal with just sending out messages to people as they buy things of saying, hey, I have this, I'm going to be away for this amount of time. And if that's too much time to wait for your items, like, you can go ahead and cancel, and that's totally fine. But if you don't mind, then I will be sending it out on this day when I get home. There's a couple different ways I could do it, but this is the problem. If I put my closet on vacation hold, then there's a possibility that I will make a lot less sales at the end of the month than I did at the beginning of the month. And December's been probably my best month ever so far. So I would be kind of maybe ruining my month, but also I'm not going to want to work a lot during the end of the month, so it might go bad anyway. So there's all these like things in the back of my mind, and I'm just more so a little stressed because we're going to be, you know, driving across the country, and there's a lot I have to do, like, to get our household in order before I can do that. And so I am feeling stressed about cleaning the house, getting everything ready, making sure GU's ready to go home and meet my family and Jeremy's family and do all these new things that are new to her because she's from Korea. And she's also in basketball. Like, there's just a lot going on. I think everybody has a lot going on right now, and they can understand that. So I'm feeling a little stressed about that. And I think, too, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because Jeremy's been doing some taking pictures for me, which has been really helpful. I used to have GU, when she was not as busy, be able to help me with some things, too. But now that she has joined the basketball team, she is practicing every night for hours. So on top of not having her be able to help me with things around the house or with my business, I'm also spending time driving to pick her up back and forth. And so I'm losing a lot of time that I wasn't expecting, and also losing a lot of help too along the way. So things are just a little different in this season, and I know that things will be different again, I'm sure, but I'm feeling stressed about it right now. And getting ready to go home is like all I want to do right now. I don't really want to have to work as much, but I have to work at least double as hard as I normally do to get ready, because I also don't want to have to film and edit while I'm home for Christmas. So I'm trying to work ahead, trying to get ahead and film videos ahead of schedule and edit ahead of schedule and do everything to get ready for the house and, you know, cook and list things and put things away and do all of these things, but like with less time than normal. So it's been very overwhelming, but this part of my job is the part that I have been putting off, and so I know I need to do this because I'm also the one sending out my orders, and if I'm the one sending them out and I can't find something, it makes me really stressed. So I'm trying to get ahead of that by working ahead and doing these things as well. So it's kind of a continuous cycle. There's a lot that I am thinking about, a lot that I have to do, but honestly, talking about it with you guys is kind of feeling a little bit like therapy. This is very helpful because I'm feeling anxious, and when I feel anxious, I just like freeze up and I don't know what to do. So it's good that I'm talking about it, and it's good that I am also working with you while I talk about it, because being able to put things away is really helpful to me. So thank you guys for being here and working with me. I know that you guys have other places you could be too. I'm sure you have a million things on your plate as well. So it means the world that you are also here with me and maybe working on something yourself, something that's overwhelming you. Let me know down below what is stressing you out right now. And hopefully, if you're anything like me, talking about it is literally like the best thing. If as long as you can talk about it, you can handle it. As long as you can talk about it, then you have power over what is overwhelming you, what is your fear, what is your stress. If you can't even talk about it, then it is controlling you. That's how I feel, at least. So I am all about sharing our struggles because I think it really does help not only the people that read it as well and hear it from me as well, but like it helps you to be able to talk about your own struggles. I know it helps me, at least. So feel free to share them down below. No judgment here. I'm literally telling you how I'm stressed because my daughter's in basketball and I'm working, you know? So like, anything is free game to be stressed about, guys. So now I'm getting to the point where I have things that are, this is a Draper James dress. I hauled this so long ago. I need to put this away. I know it's for sure listed, so that's good. So I'm grabbing these pieces that are in my closet and moving them to my spreadsheet. And they're going in sweaters 22. That's the name of this bin. And I used to divide up everything in these bins by what type of clothing they were. And then I realized that that didn't matter to me. So now Sweaters 22 has dresses, has other things in it. It's just called Sweaters 22. And that's another thing, like, as you go along in your reselling journey, I feel like your inventory system, everything you have just kind of evolves with your business. And that's totally fine. I think that's good, actually, that things don't stay the same, because you're going to have more items eventually than you started with. Eventually, you'll probably start selling things that you weren't expecting to sell. And so if your business doesn't adapt with what you're selling, then I think that you're probably a little bit too locked in on one thing. So now I'm doing a Bowden dress, but I'm getting these put away, which is really, really helpful. And so I definitely want to make sure that these videos aren't coming across as a woe is me kind of a thing. I just literally think it's so helpful to see the backside of reselling, to see resellers that you can look at and say, oh, they're so successful, but then to hear, oh yeah, they have a death pile too. They have a giant pile of clothes in front of their inventory that has not been put away in weeks as well. Like, it is not all peaches and cream. It's not all roses for sure. There is definitely a lot that you are not seeing behind the scenes that is not all beautiful and perfect. And I think that showing the real and the messy and the dirty and the gritty and the places where you just need grit to keep going, I feel like that is so helpful to see, and to hear other people be real about how they're feeling, I think is really impactful. And I love hearing other people talk about how they're actually doing and the things that are stressful to them, because it always makes me feel validated and makes me feel like, oh, it's okay if I feel that way too. So I hope that that's the feeling you're getting from these videos, and I hope that that is making you feel seen and known and valued, because that's definitely what I want. That's what I want to convey. That, yes, I'm talking about clothes, but this can apply to so many other parts of your life as well. Maybe you're stressed because you're a stay-at-home mom and you are just overwhelmed by the thought of Christmas coming and having to entertain on the top of doing everything else that you are doing. Maybe you are somebody that goes into the office and it has been such a hard time to try to get up and get out of bed and make your way to that office every day when all you want to do is just stay home. Like, there's so many different things that you guys could be encountering, and hopefully this is relatable. That's what I want to communicate for sure. So as I'm putting away clothes and talking about how I'm stressed out because there's a lot and I have just piles of things everywhere. Maybe you just have piles of things around your living room, piles of things in your bedroom. I just did a closet declutter. I just filmed it, at least. I don't think you're going to see it for a bit, but that has made me feel so much better. Just get things organized, and maybe that would help you too. I'm organizing these clothes and that's helping me feel a lot lighter. Maybe you need to just go and take a second and just like wipe down your counters in the kitchen. Maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need to go to your living room and just put a few things away and you'll feel so much better. And if you can't do that, then do it when you get home. Do it when you have a spare second. Instead of sitting there and feeling overwhelmed, try to do something that can tackle that feeling that's overwhelming you. And I feel like a lot of times by fixing our outward circumstances and our area around us, especially our living area, we can really impact how we feel on the inside. And that's why I'm doing this too, because when I am upstairs and I'm thinking about my basement, I literally, all I can think about is how messy it is and how there are just piles of clothes everywhere. But as soon as I work on putting things away, I feel so much better, and my mental capacity just increases so much. And I feel so much less stress even when I'm in a totally different part of my house, or even just out running errands. I'm not thinking about all of the pieces of clothing that are like, put me away, Bekah, put me away, you know? Maybe that's just me. There's nobody else. I feel like everybody is probably affected by clutter in different ways, but for me, it's literally like, oh my gosh, it just, all I can think about sometimes is really bad. So yeah, that is definitely how I'm feeling right now. And I think it's important too to realize and recognize our feelings going into Christmas time too. At least I know for me, Christmas is such an important season. For me, it's the most important season. For me, I'm a Christian, so this is like the whole season that is like the most important thing in the world to me. And so it's so sad to me that all I'm feeling at this moment, I'm sure once I get home and I'm able to stop working for a while, I will feel differently. But it's so sad to me that at this moment, like, I feel this overwhelmed. And that's horrible. Like, I wish I didn't feel this way, but I do. And so it's better to talk about it than to just sit in those feelings, I think. So let's talk about it together. Let's chat about it together and make some progress and feel better and support each other. We love to hear it. We love to see it. I'm trying to find this dress. What is this dress? What is this piece? I have so many pieces. I don't know what they are. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm going to keep on putting things away. I think that is really helping me. I could show you the progress I've made. So that's what my pile is looking like. I'm making some progress. So some progress is better than no progress, am I right? So I'm going to keep on working on this pile, and I'm going to give you guys a fun little sped up montage with some fun Christmas holiday music, because I feel like we all could use a little fun. And while I'm doing this, you guys work on whatever is stressing you out too, okay? Let's do it together. And let's start with some good old Christmas music. I am ready for it. Let's do this. Okay, I've made a lot of good progress. I'm feeling a lot better about the things I need to put away. I still need to do a lot more other things today, and I need to go take some pictures too, so I've got more on my plate, but I feel much more grounded and much more ready to be able to tackle today, so that is a win. It is now lunchtime, and I told Jeremy I'd get us bubble teas, so I'm gonna go and treat myself to a little bubble tea and go eat lunch and hang out with him for a little bit while he's on his lunch break. So that is the plan, but thank you guys so much for being here and listening to me talk and, you know, just choosing to spend time here with me. I think that that is so incredible, and I'm so grateful for it. So if you guys liked today's video, make sure to let me know down below. If you want to see more work with me videos, definitely let me know, and make sure to give today's video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and until the next video, bye.